You wake up tired. The alarm screams. And for a moment, you think about quitting, about rolling over and giving up, but deep inside, something growls. It's not weakness. It's the lion within you, starving for strength, starving for discipline. Inside every one of us lives a beast, powerful, relentless, and hungry for greatness. But this lion doesn't eat comfort. It feeds on discipline, challenge, and consistency. The question isn't whether you have that power. The question is, will you feed it or let it starve? Discipline is not born out of a single decision or a single burst of motivation. It's forged in the quiet repetition of daily effort. The lion within you doesn't rise because of one great moment of strength. It grows stronger through 1,000 small moments where you choose to keep going. Each morning you wake up when your body begs you to stay in bed. Each time you push through when your mind whispers stop, you're feeding that inner power. Discipline is routine turned sacred. It's the rhythm of your hunger, the heartbeat of your purpose. Most people wait for motivation to strike, but motivation is fleeting. It burns bright and fades fast. Discipline, however, is the slow, steady flame that never goes out. It's not glamorous. It's not loud. It's built in silence, in the unseen moments when you make the hard choice, simply because you said you would. That's what separates the hunters from the hunted. The lion doesn't wait for inspiration to chase. It acts out of instinct, out of drive. And when you turn discipline into instinct, you become unstoppable. Every day you follow your routine, even when it feels pointless. You're laying another brick in the foundation of your greatness. Success doesn't arrive all at once. It's the result of hundreds of disciplined days stacked together. When you wake up early, when you train your body, when you work on your craft, when you keep your word, you are feeding your inner lion with strength, focus, and pride. Each repetition is a meal. Each act of discipline fuels that unstoppable force living inside you. The truth is, discipline is the difference between the dreamers and the doers. Everyone wants the reward, but few are willing to stick to the process. The lion doesn't crave comfort, it craves challenge. The routine is its hunt. It wakes, it moves, it stalks, it strikes. There's no questioning, no hesitation. That same energy should drive you. When you commit to a disciplined routine, you take control of your instincts. You stop being led by weakness and start being led by willpower. But make no mistake, routine isn't easy. It's repetitive, it's demanding, it's often lonely. There will be mornings when you feel drained, days when progress seems invisible, moments when giving up feels easier than going on. Yet, that's the test. That's when you either feed the lion or starve it. When you push through those moments, you build something unbreakable, a mind that refuses to quit, and a spirit that thrives on challenge. The lion inside you doesn't need comfort, it needs consistency. Think of discipline as a hunt that never ends. You wake, you chase, you conquer, and you do it again tomorrow. The repetition doesn't make you weaker. It sharpens your claws, strengthens your stride, and hardens your resolve. Every small victory in your routine compounds into something powerful. Over time, it transforms you. The man who shows up every day, tired, sore, but consistent, becomes unstoppable. His discipline becomes his weapon. His routine becomes his roar. In a world full of distraction and excuses, discipline is rebellion. It's you saying, I won't settle for average. The lion within you understands that. It doesn't seek validation, it seeks victory. When you stick to your routine, you train yourself to move with purpose, to act with intent, to live with power. And once that rhythm becomes part of you, there's no going back. You become the predator of your own potential. The lion inside doesn't need permission to rise. It just needs you to keep feeding it every day, relentlessly. Comfort is the most dangerous trap a person can fall into. It looks harmless, soft, warm, familiar, but it's a silent cage that slowly kills your hunger. Comfort convinces you that rest is the goal, that safety is success, that ease means happiness. But the lion within you knows better. It knows that the wild, the unknown, the challenge, the risk is where real life begins. The lion doesn't stay under the tree waiting for food to fall into its mouth. It ventures out into the harsh sun, into danger, into uncertainty, because that's where strength is earned. When you choose comfort over challenge, you starve your potential. You trade your fire for a pillow. And the truth is, comfort never satisfies, it only numbs. It keeps you still while the world moves on. You start telling yourself stories, I deserve a break. I'll start tomorrow. I've done enough. But deep down, you know that's not who you were meant to be. You weren't built for stillness. You were built for struggle. The lion inside you doesn't crave peace, it craves the hunt. It wants to fight, to sweat, to earn its meal. Without challenge, that lion grows weak, lazy, and silent. Step outside your comfort zone and you'll feel it immediately. The pulse, the rush, the aliveness. That's your inner lion awakening. It doesn't mean the path gets easier, it means you get tougher. Every time you break free from comfort, you sharpen your instincts. You stop fearing failure because you've faced it and survived. You stop seeking approval because you've learned that discipline matters more than applause. You begin to understand that every obstacle, every risk, every moment of discomfort is an invitation to grow stronger, to become braver, to become more. Comfort whispers lies. It tells you that staying safe keeps you happy. But the happiest people aren't the ones who avoided struggle, they're the ones who conquered it. They're the ones who walked into the storm and came out roaring. You can't find your purpose hiding in routine. You can't build courage sitting in ease. You have to go where it's hard, where you feel fear, where you risk falling, because that's where transformation begins. The lion doesn't fear the wilderness, it belongs to it. And so do you. The world outside your comfort zone will test you. It will push you, bruise you, and humble you. But that's the point. That's the price of power. Each time you leave comfort behind, you shed weakness. You trade excuses for endurance, hesitation for hunger, the pain you feel when you stretch beyond what's easy. That's not suffering. That's growth. It's the roar of your potential echoing through your chest. Remember this. Nothing legendary ever came from comfort. No warrior was made in warmth. No empire was built by playing safe. Every great victory came from someone who dared to step out of the soft, familiar cage and face the unknown with courage. The lion inside you waits for that moment. It waits for you to stop settling, to stop hiding, to stop playing small. So move. Take the leap, chase the thing that scares you, because comfort will keep you ordinary, but the wild will make you unstoppable. The lion inside doesn't want rest, it wants purpose. And the only way to feed that hunger is to leave the comfort behind and walk straight into the fire. That's where you'll find who you truly are. Pain is the roar of progress. It's the sound of growth echoing through your bones, the proof that you're still alive, still fighting, still becoming. Most people run from pain as if it's a curse, but those who rise, the strong, the relentless, the unbreakable, understand that pain is the teacher. It doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to awaken you. Every time you push through pain, you feed the lion within you a little more strength, a little more fire. Pain is not punishment. It's preparation. The truth is, no one grows in comfort. Growth demands something from you. It asks for sweat, for sacrifice, for struggle. Every time you feel pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, you're standing at the edge of transformation. Most people stop there. They turn around because it hurts. But the lion doesn't retreat. It moves through the pain because instinct tells it the only way out is through. That's how warriors are made, not by avoiding pain, but by learning to hunt within it. Think about it. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Mind is sharpened without pressure. And spirits don't strengthen without trials. Pain is the forge where your power is shaped. It's the heat that hardens you, the friction that polishes you. Every time you endure it, you come out sharper, more focused, more alive. When you stop fearing pain, you stop limiting your potential, because suddenly what once broke you becomes what builds you. The lion inside you knows this instinctively. In the wild, survival is never painless. The hunt takes effort, wounds, exhaustion, but the reward is strength. Each scar tells a story. Each struggle adds to the roar. When you feel pain, it's your inner lion reminding you that you're on the path of growth. It's saying, keep going. You're closer than you think. Too often, people see pain as a sign to stop, when it's actually a sign to push harder. But pain also reveals truth. It strips away illusions, comfort and pride. It exposes who you really are when things get hard. In those moments, when your body is tired, when your mind screams to quit, you find your real strength. That's the moment the lion wakes up. That's when you realize pain doesn't control you. You control how you respond to it. Discipline is the art of standing firm in the face of pain, of refusing to bow to weakness. Embrace pain as part of your process. When it hits, don't ask why me, ask what is this teaching me? Because every moment of pain is pushing you closer to your purpose. It's refining you. It's making you sharper, more resilient, more capable of leading yourself and others. The ones who avoid pain never discover what they're truly made of. The ones who face it become unstoppable. So when life hurts, and it will, don't run from it. Don't hide, don't numb, don't quit. Stand tall, feel it fully. Let it burn away, your doubts, your fears, your excuses. Because on the other side of that pain is power. Real, raw, unshakable power. That's where the lion inside you roars the loudest. Pain doesn't mean you're breaking, it means you're becoming. Let it teach you, let it toughen you. Let it remind you that you're still fighting. And that's something to be proud of. Focus is what separates the wanderers from the warriors. It's the lion's vision. The unshakable clarity that locks onto one target and refuses to look away. In a world filled with distractions, your greatest challenge isn't lack of time, energy, or talent. It's learning to see with precision. The lion inside you doesn't waste its energy chasing every shadow in the grass. It waits, watches, studies, and when the moment comes, it strikes with deadly purpose. That's how you must live. Not scattered, not distracted, but laser focused on your mission. The truth is, most people lose their power not because they lack strength, but because they divide it. Every distraction, every wasted hour, every meaningless pursuit is a leak in your energy. The lion inside you can't roar if you keep feeding it noise. Focus is fuel. It gives direction to your fire. Without it, you burn out. With it, you burn through anything standing in your way. When you learn to focus, you stop reacting to everything around you. You stop letting the world dictate your pace. You start moving with intent. That's the secret of discipline. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things again and again until mastery becomes instinct. The lion doesn't hunt because it's restless. It hunts because it has purpose. Every movement, every breath, every strike is deliberate. You have to train your mind the same way. Ruthlessly intentional, immune to distraction. But focus takes courage, because when you choose one path, you must turn your back on 100 others. And that's hard. The world will tempt you with comfort, with shortcuts, with instant rewards. But the lion doesn't chase easy meals. It chases what challenges it, what strengthens it. Focus demands sacrifice. It means saying no when everyone else says yes. It means silencing the noise, cutting off the excuses, and narrowing your vision until only your purpose remains in sight. When your focus sharpens, your life starts to align. The chaos quiets down. You begin to move differently, calmer, stronger, more confident. You no longer need to prove yourself because you know where you're headed. You start valuing progress over approval, depth over attention, quality over quantity. That's when you step into real power. Because focus doesn't just shape your actions, it reshapes your identity. You become the kind of person who doesn't get distracted by doubt, drama, or delay. You move with clarity, and clarity is power. Every day, you must train your focus the same way a lion trains its instincts. Guard your mind. Be selective with your time, your energy, your attention. Protect them like they're your most valuable weapons, because they are. Don't waste them scrolling, comparing, complaining. Use them to create, to improve, to advance. Each time you resist distraction, your discipline sharpens. Each time you choose focus over noise, your lion grows stronger. There will be moments when your focus wavers, when life pulls you in every direction, when fear clouds your vision. That's when you must remind yourself why you started. Remember the goal, the hunger, the purpose that set you on this path. The lion inside doesn't lose sight of the prey just because the wind changes. It stays locked in until the mission is complete. You must do the same. So stop scattering your energy, stop feeding your distractions. Choose one mission, one direction, one goal, and give it everything you've got. Because when you move with focus, you move with power. And when that power is fed with discipline, there's nothing on this earth that can stop you. The lion within you doesn't chase everything. It chases what matters most, and it never, ever misses. Sacrifice is the meal that feeds strength. Every time you give something up for your growth, you're feeding the lion within you. You can't have power without price, and you can't become great while clinging to comfort. Every champion, every warrior, every unstoppable human has walked through the fire of sacrifice. They've given up sleep, ease, pleasure, distractions, because they knew something simple yet brutal. Comfort feeds weakness, sacrifice feeds power. The lion doesn't eat what's handed to it. It earns every bite through blood, effort, and hunger. The truth is, the world tells you that you can have it all, that you can stay comfortable and still become strong. That's a lie. Real growth demands something in return. When you choose discipline, you must sacrifice laziness. When you chase mastery, you must sacrifice distraction. When you commit to greatness, you must sacrifice the need to be liked. Sacrifice is the currency of transformation. Every time you give up something that slows you down, you buy a stronger version of yourself. It's not easy. In fact, it's often painful. Sacrifice will test your loyalty to your dream. There will be nights when you want to quit, when your body aches, when your mind begs for a break. You'll see others resting, partying, enjoying life while you're grinding in silence. But that silence is sacred, because in those moments, while others sleep, you grow. While others waste time, you build. The lion hunts when others hide. That's the spirit you must carry. The understanding that every sacrifice is fuel for your fire. Sacrifice also demands faith. You have to trust that the pain you endure today will build the strength you need tomorrow. Most people can't do that. They want results without the waiting, power without the process. But the lion knows that patience and persistence are part of the hunt. Sometimes you have to starve before you feast. You have to go without comfort before you taste the reward. Every no you say to weakness is a yes to power. Every yes to discipline is a roar of defiance against the easy path. There's beauty in sacrifice because it strips you of the unnecessary. It forces you to see what truly matters. You learn to let go of distractions, of people who hold you back, of habits that drain your energy. You stop living for short-term pleasure and start living for long-term pride. The lion doesn't waste time chasing butterflies. It saves its energy for the kill. You must do the same. Protect your time, protect your purpose. Sacrifice what doesn't serve the mission. And here's the secret. Sacrifice isn't loss, it's investment. Every hour you spend training, every temptation you resist, every distraction you eliminate compounds over time. It builds something that can't be bought. A mindset of resilience, a spirit that doesn't break, a confidence earned through struggle. The lion's strength doesn't come from luck, it comes from endurance. You are building the same thing every time you choose discipline over ease. So when life asks you to give something up, don't hesitate. Let go willingly. Let go with purpose, because the more you sacrifice, the more you grow. The lion within you is not interested in comfort. It's interested in conquest. And conquest requires cost. The harder the sacrifice, the stronger the roar. Remember this every time you face a difficult choice. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If it doesn't demand something from you, it won't build anything in you. Feed your inner lion, not with comfort, but with commitment. Feed it with effort, endurance, and the willingness to let go of everything that weakens your spirit. The path of sacrifice is steep, lonely, and painful, but it's the only path that leads to greatness. Because the lion within you doesn't just want to live, it wants to dominate. And sacrifice is the price of that throne. When life pushes you to the edge, when the weight of doubt, fear, and exhaustion threatens to crush you, that's the moment your inner lion must rise. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up even when every part of you wants to quit. The lion inside doesn't ask for comfort or convenience. It demands action. It doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect. It moves, it strikes, it conquers. You must do the same. True strength is measured not in ease, but in endurance. Letting the lion lead means trusting your inner power when the world doubts you. It means listening to that deep, primal roar inside and following it with courage, not hesitation. When you feel fear, uncertainty, or fatigue, don't shrink from it. Lean into it. The lion thrives in adversity, and so will you. The challenges that seem unbearable are exactly what your strength is forged from. Every time you refuse to give in, every time you push through the resistance, you feed your power and prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. Persistence is the path to mastery. It's not about being flawless. It's about continuing the fight no matter what. The lion doesn't measure its success by every small stumble. It measures it by the hunt, the chase, the unwavering drive to keep moving forward. Life will test you, knock you down, and tempt you to surrender. But the lion inside roars louder with each strike. It reminds you that the fight is not over, that your journey is not finished, and that you have within you everything it takes to rise again. When you let the lion lead, you stop being a passenger in your own life. You take control of your actions, your mindset, and your destiny. You stop blaming circumstances, people, or luck. You stop waiting for permission. You hunt with focus, you endure with patience, and you strike with precision. Leadership in life and in spirit begins within. The stronger you become in your discipline, the stronger your presence becomes in the world. The lion inside is your guide. It doesn't hesitate, it doesn't question, it moves with purpose. There will be moments when giving up feels easier than continuing, when the pressure seems unbearable, and when exhaustion tempts you to surrender. Those are the moments that define you. The lion grows strongest in the storm, not in the calm. It's in these moments of extreme discomfort, of doubt and fear, that your persistence becomes your weapon. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every refusal to quit is a roar that echoes louder than any fear. Let the lion lead by example, not in words but in actions. Stand up when others fall, move forward when others hesitate, push harder when others rest. Your discipline is the path, and your persistence is the power that transforms obstacles into opportunities. The lion doesn't wait for life to give it a chance. It creates its own path, hunts its own prey, and claims its own victory. So when everything inside you screams to stop, let the lion rise. Let it guide you through fear, through doubt, through exhaustion. Follow its roar, trust its instincts, and act with relentless courage. Because discipline without action is wasted energy, and persistence without purpose is wasted potential. The lion inside you is not just a symbol, it's a force. Feed it with persistence, trust it with leadership, and it will carry you beyond anything you thought possible. Stand tall, move forward, and let the lion lead you to greatness.